Hello everybody, how you guys doing? I hope you guys are okay. I hope your weekend you're anticipating. I'm already talking about weekend when we're still in the week. Um excuse me. How has your week been? Don't worry, it will be Friday very soon. Uh, on this side, it's been hectic, but we can't complain. We thank God, in spite of everything with DSS they do us, in spite of waiting the army they do, in spite of waiting the police they do. Life is still for the living. So we that are the living, we can never stop thanking God for the life that we have. And so, greetings from this side of the globe, from Toronto, Canada. We bring you greetings on behalf of Erica and the Worship Media crew. Let me start from where I should always start, because not just because I love to do it, but they warned me that if I don't do it, I'll be in trouble. So I beg, if you have not subscribed to our channel, if you know fit subscribe, just go and click the subscribe button. Which side it is? It dey here, they around here, they here. So just click on that. You see that Worship Media logo? If you see that logo now, click on it and subscribe. If you have not subscribed, I beg. If I no do am, maybe you no go fit see me here next time. But as I don't do am, thank God. Please, when you go there, as you are there subscribing, click on the notification button and always give us thumbs up or thumbs down, anyone where you feel like. But just do and make YouTube they feel say we they communicate, so it no be just robots. Say one thing we will never do, we will never buy subscription. Anything where you see there and are waiting people put for us, okay? If not, and it's free, they know they charge you any money. So if you see 10 people, there are 10 correct people. If you see 1,000, now 1,000 correct people, no, they buy one single vote or subscription from anybody. So please subscribe for us and help us to grow. Thank God I have done that. Today, good news for those of you who have continuously you've asked me, what of Rufai? Where is Rufai? Rufai. Well, I'm happy to announce to you that the former VP of the African Action Congress, Dr. Rufai, he made contact with me. He called me on the phone, and I was so happy. We had a heart-to-heart discussion like brothers, like the same old Rufai that I used to know. And he was in a better mood, but all I can tell you is that he's gone through hell. It's not been easy for him, coupled with some health issues, but he is taking care of himself and trying to get back on his feet. So please, it's not because he backed down, it's not because he deserted anybody. He is our strong person in the northern part of the country. And if you are from the north and you are not dancing to the tune of the hierarchy, political or whatever kind of hierarchy there, they make life very uncomfortable for you. And he has faced all manner of harassment, intimidation concerning his stand in the Nigerian political um, uh, atmosphere. I cannot come speak grammar, I can't chop my tongue. But Rufai is okay. He's with the movement. He's walking on the ground, just like a lot of people that keep asking me what of Malcolm X, what of Otunuga, what of this person. They are all solidly walking in the background. Trust me. I will not lie to you. I will not cover anybody for you. Okay, so if anything goes wrong with all these people, I'll let you know. But right now, nothing is wrong with them. They are strongly walking in the background, and it's all for good. So I don't want you to worry about these people. A good friend of mine that I am not happy with, a good friend of mine that I'm not happy with at all, and I'm going to talk about him today, is no other person but Festus Kiyamo. Festus Kiyamo, as you all know, we got to meet. We did stuff together, especially during the Stephanie Otobo saga. You guys remember that? Remember during Stephanie Otobo? Oh jeez, was all this noise coming through? Sorry about that. I had some prompting coming through. Sorry about that. Now, during the Stephanie Otobo issue, we had this thing with we got to meet Festus Kiyamo, and even before that, I've always known Festus Kiyamo as a firebrand lawyer. You guys know that Festus Kiyamo is a human rights activist, and when he called me, or when I reached out to him, and he told me that, listen, I'm going to be working as Buhari's spokesman. I was so devastated. I had very strong mixed feelings because I don't agree with Muhammad Buhari or whatever he stands for, the APC. But you know what? He's a lawyer, and it's just like if my lawyer friend says, you know what, I'm taking that case, that murder case, that guy that they said they killed someone. That's, you will never understand the way of lawyers except you're a lawyer. Because growing up, I never understood what, I never not nobody could convince me or give me a good reason why a lawyer would be defending somebody who is a murderer. But that's the complicated life of lawyers. So I've never been able to understand it, but particularly concerning his stand on the hate speech bill and the anti-social media, whatever name they call it, it is the hate speech bill that it is. And for Festus Kiyamo to be defending that bill, on this particular one, no, I don't agree with him. But this video that surfaced, I wanted to play it for you guys so that you listen in and tell me what you feel about it, because I don't want to be biased.
First of all,
that's why I want to
should
play
have
it for you.
apologized to Nigerians in the first place for even imposing this contraption we have. Without Obasanjo's idiosyncrasies, we will not have this type of government in place. The man was living in a hurry. He imposed two clearly inefficient people on Nigeria, and the thing is coming back to haunt him. So why should we be concerned about the wailings of Obasanjo when what is happening to him is purely the backfiring of a machine he put on the ground? Why should we be concerned? Obasanjo's own boys, his own machine he put on the ground, is now turning back against him. And then we are concerned, we are all concerned. No. Obasanjo should have first of all apologized to Nigerians. Before writing a letter to Jonathan, he should have written a letter to Nigerians saying, I am sorry for getting you where we are today. He's not behaving as if he's the victim. Writing that letter, he's one of us. He's not one of us. He's the architect of this problem. He was the one that imposed somebody with half liver and half brain on us. Somebody with half liver, somebody with half brain imposing on us. And that's where we have the problem we are today. And then he's not lamenting and writing letter. He should lament for himself, not lament to us.
Okay, guys, that is Festus Kiyamo, and this is not recently. This was a couple of years back. But since that video surfaced, people have expressed, of course, they were expressing disappointment with Keyamo standing for the bill, the hate speech bill. But when they refer to this video, they say, how can somebody who was using this kind of words on a sitting president, words like half liver, half brain, that he is he's already a sponsor of hate speech. How can he now come and be counter? How can he now be supporting a bill that is fighting hate speech? That it's hypocrisy. Like I said, I know Festus Kiyamo. I've always respected him for being a firebrand lawyer, but on this particular one, no. You can't be in the middle. You are either on this side or on this side. On this one, I am 100% totally against Festus Kiyamo. This one not enter at all. This video was posted. It's a TV 360 video, and it was posted on Twitter by Olushola Olufolabi. So that is it's under the fair use the whatever that we are posting that video. All right. Another people way my brain no fit to contain them. You people know the people. I'm always on their case, and we can never stop being on their case. These people are no other than DSS themselves. DSS themselves. These people, I don't even know how to begin to handle their case. But these people, they are one of the, sometimes you look for the right, you look for the right, you look for the right word to use for people, and you can't find it. These people are notorious and ingredients. That's what I can say. They are notorious and ingredients. Say Chidi, which kind of grammar be that? I'll soon tell you. If a people hold on 1 second, because these days I want to be reading something with you. I don't want you people to be wondering what I'm talking about. So we will look at it together. We'll read it together. If I know they read them well, you gonna say you follow me. No read them well. Maybe all of them are going to blame me. So what are we talking about? We're talking about the DSS. These are the people we're talking about. These people, DSS. DSS, they are not my friend. I'm not their friend. So it's not. If I talk now, make it not be saying something. I don't like you. I don't like una. Una no like me. I don't like waiting. I hate, and I know they hate waiting I like. But when it comes to DSS and their operations in Nigeria, right, and maybe tomorrow we go fix our relationship. But now, DSS, I am not happy with you guys because of what you do. And let me tell you guys the story we are following. So DSS published that they have uncovered a plot to destabilize Nigeria. DSS say they don't uncover plot to destabilize Nigeria. Say people want to destabilize Nigeria. That's what DSS is telling us. Okay, so you come and say, what is the story all about? Let me scroll down to the story so you guys see what the story is all about. So the story says that Department of State Services, DSS, said this uncovered plots by some groups. You see now they call us some groups because they've discovered that by publicizing us, by trying to be mean to us, they are actually giving us publicity. So now they don't want to mention names. They say by some groups. It said that these groups have planned to instigate protests, mass action, mass action and violence with a view to causing anarchy and destabilizing the country. I'll tell you guys why they are writing like this. He said that these predetermined actions have been designed to take place simultaneously in the major cities across the geopolitical zones in the coming weeks. This is more so that the plotters, make you see what they use. The plotters, destabilize, just mark those keywords, are also targeting the Yuletide season to accomplish their sinister motives. They are trying to instigate the public against us. The DSS warned those involved in the plots to desist from them. It also asked parents to warn their children not to let themselves be used to ferment trouble. Parents are advised to rein in their words and enjoin them not to allow themselves to be used to ferment trouble. Similarly, heads of academic and public institutions are to warn their students. Parents are to warn their children in institutions and employees respectively. So parents, warn your children in students in the institutions. Employees, warn your workers from engaging in any untoward activity against public order. Afunaya said, the truth is that we have not hidden our intention. that make una see my face so that if I dey talk you go understand wetin I dey talk. The truth is this: we have never hidden our intention to protest. Every protest that we've ever carried out anywhere in the world, we have advertised it. Even when they did revolution, when we did the days of rage, October 5, how did they know? Because we advertised it. We are not a secret society. None of our activities are hidden. We advertised it, so they know. So why are they acting like this? We already said that we're going to protest on the 5th of August when you people bring Shore to court. We said it, so it's not hidden. And they know now they are going to put up this thing to try to make it look like, because of what they are planning to do that day. That day they are planning to arrest people, they are planning to do tear gas, they are planning to do all kinds of things, they're planning to bring out their guns and shoot someone and say that, oh, in the course of blah blah blah. But you see, this is all intimidation. They want to get to the point where they silence every Nigerian. That's even if you're complaining your roads are bad, you don't have money to go to hospital, you go to hospital, there are no drugs, people are sitting down in classrooms. Imagine the cost of food is so high, people are dying every day, there's kidnapping, there's robbery, there's absolutely nothing working, there's no light, there's no water. You are not allowed to talk in Nigeria. If you talk, then you are plotting. Did you see where they say plotting to destabilize? Do you see that now? The same thing they used to arrest Omoyele Sowore, the same thing they used against bandits and Agba Jalingo. They have brought these things in front so that when they now arrest people on that day and charge them to court, they will say, remember that we warned you that they were going to do this. Yes, they did it, so they have intention to commit the crime. And they are afraid. The real reason is that they are afraid of what this protest is doing to them. So they are now running to parents and they are saying parents should go and advise their children. Parents should go and advise their children not to come out for demonstration. Now workers, employees should advise their workers not to come out for demonstration. Can you imagine? It is them that are afraid, but they are just pretending that they are not afraid, and then they are trying to. They are the ones that are destabilizing the country, and I will tell you very soon how they are destabilizing the country. But let me just go ahead and get to the bottom of their lies that they put out there. So. It says the service and other sister agencies are at alert and will ensure that peace and security are maintained in all parts of the country before, during, and after the festive periods. Law-abiding citizens are equally encouraged to go about their normal businesses without fear, but report any suspected persons or breach of peace in the nearest security office to them. I don't understand. What they are saying is, citizens of Nigeria, you people should we are warning you, just go about your business, or you go to market, fit buy anything, you don't get money to buy garri, rice and beans for your family. Just go about your business as normal. Your house, your shop burn, market burn, you want to scream, you want to complain about fire service not coming there. Please don't do it. Just go about your normal business. Your child is sick, you carry and go to hospital, there are no drugs in the hospital, you scream, you go to the pharmacy, the people in the pharmacy are just put their leg on the table, just eating groundnuts, because you see one big sign say OS, out of stock, please. You want to complain, say shh, go about your normal business. So we're warning you. Your child, you come to your child's school and they are sitting on the floor like I said before, or they are sitting outside under the mango tree, and these are people that are the future of tomorrow in a country that is the largest oil producing country in Africa, in the whole of Africa, the largest oil producing country. Their children, school children, sit on the floor, sit under roofs that are blown open, sit under the rain in their classroom with their classroom flooded. And if you dare complain, they'll tell you, please go about your normal business. So for them in Nigeria, these things I'm talking about is normal business. The taps in the whole city, they are no longer used. You turn them open. In fact, the day those taps will start running, a lot of them, you see snakes coming out of them, because no water is in them. All these insects, snakes especially, those green snakes, those tiny snakes, they live inside those pipes. Because when there's no water, it's just a big, now from the small tap to the big pipe to the bigger pipe, they'll be filled with all kinds of reptiles. I'm telling you, I'm not kidding you. So the day water will want to pass through them, they will need to do serious maintenance. All of them, cockroaches will be dead inside these pipes by now. So it's something that if you imagine it, you know what I'm talking about. But if you complain about water not coming out, they'll tell you, just go about your business, normal business. That is what they mean. That is what DSS means when they're talking like this. But let me now explain to you. Let me explain to you the real reason why DSS is telling you what they are telling you. When DSS says that, I will read you a piece that is written by a very good friend of mine, Olorunfemi Adeye. He writes for Opera News right now. Is a comrade, a strong activist, and I enjoy his posts and his write-ups. Now he says there is always a plot, always. That's what he's saying. He says, why is it that there is always a plot? Every time DSS says something, they say, why is it that you will always hear that there is a plot uncovered by the DSS of people who want to destabilize Nigeria? This is the same DSS that negotiates with bandits and terrorists. The same DSS. They have not been able to uncover the terrorist base. They don't know where Boko Haram, where their base is. They don't know. They pretend they don't know. This is something that USA knows through their satellite. This is something that France has reported, but DSS does not know. They have not been able to uncover the people who are financing Boko Haram and Fulani herdsmen. How they get food and other supplies, DSS has not uncovered that. On killer herdsmen and bandits, they have not found anything, because those ones are not destabilizers. These people I just spoke about, they don't destabilize Nigeria. Don't forget that the first time they uncovered the plot to destabilize Nigeria was on August 4th, 2019. That was a day to Revolution Now protest. That's the day they came out with, we have uncovered plot by a group of hoodlums to destabilize Nigeria. So because of that, they went and arrested kidnapped Omoyele Sowore. They have not hidden their plot to cause confusion and tension in the country through this statement. They are the ones who are causing the confusion. As it was highlighting therein that the destabilizers will be organizing protests. No, Femi, let me correct you. Femi is saying that DSS says the destabilizers will be organizing protests. No, they did not say that they will be organizing. They said they will be plotting. They are plotting protests, mass action, as they had to include violence, and they put violence, and they did this to create fear and heat up the polity. It is, if people just get up and they want to demonstrate, what these people, I don't know why they can't see. They are the ones that cause all this problem. If people want to demonstrate, let them demonstrate now. How does placard how does it, change, transform to gun? Placard. How does singing transform to violence? How? People who are not armed with anything. The newspaper people, the newsmen, the journalists that were in front of DSS sitting down on the ground, and you were standing and pepper spraying people who were sitting down on the ground. The reason why they sat down is to tell you that they were not aggressive. They were not going to charge at you. You should know that if you guys had any training. So what it tells me is that if you people went to war and your enemy knelt down with a white flag, you go there and shoot them. You do not even understand international conventions. That's why it's difficult to do anything in Nigeria. People are sitting down. You go to where they are sitting down. Newsmen, they are carrying camera and microphone. You go and spray them. What? The newsmen were not even shouting. They were just covering. If you people have something to say, you speak into the microphone. That's why they came there. But you pepper sprayed them. You shot tear gas at them. You had live pistols shooting everywhere, kicking at them. But you know what? Nigerians are wiser now. They know those who are the architects of violence as the pictures and videos of shooting and brutality meted out to peaceful protesters by the DSS officers during the last protest are still very clear and fresh in our memories. Do not forget also that another plot to destabilize Nigeria was also uncovered during the core political symposium. These people were just sitting down in a room and they were discussing, they were teaching people about, because they said, don't do protests, go and organize yourself in a room and talk. When the Coalition for Revolution people organized a symposium, and Wole Soyinka was supposed to be there, Femi Falana and other activists were supposed to be there. Police went there with how many trucks to destabilize them, and they lied that they didn't know about it. They lied. They said no, they didn't lie. They said there was order from above. It took Femi Falana to calm them down, and that symposium went on. But before that, the reason why they went there is that they uncovered a plot by a group of people to destabilize. So has the meaning of destabilize changed in the dictionary? Please, somebody send me a new version of the dictionary, because it be like say I don't even know what is happening anymore. Now, do not forget also that another plot to destabilize was uncovered during the Coalition for Revolution Political Symposium, which was organized in a hall in September. All these uncovered plots to destabilize Nigeria have always been organized in a public place like stadium, halls, markets, schools, churches, mosques. These are the places that they say people are organizing to destabilize Nigeria. Maybe we need to ask Buhari if that was how he planned the coup that truncated civilian rule. He planned it at the National Stadium. Those people that actually destabilized Nigeria, Buhari himself, I beg, Afunaya, why don't you go and ask your master, when they planned the coup that destabilized Nigeria, did they announce it? Did they print posters? Did they print flyers? Did they talk about, like I'm telling you, we said it before, that we're going to protest on the 5th of December. We are justified. Yes, we will tell the whole world, no matter how you intimidate us, you're going to arrest, you're going to lock up. But the more you do, our people say that the more you look, the more your head they come out. The more they put your head, they put your eye, they put your finger inside our issue, the more your head will they see you for who you are. So continue. All of you, Afna, you, your gang, bitch, all of you, continue. We are wiser now. But go and ask your master, when he destabilized Nigeria, did he organize it inside a hall? Did he organize it in the stadium? So how is it that when people are organizing peaceful protests, you go and... You see, you people forget that you are the security, the main security outfit. You are supposed to be more intelligent. You are the intelligent apparatus of the Federal Republic of Nigeria now. You people, you are supposed to be the one that is wiser than all of us. But I don't understand. Be like say, I don't want to talk more, but I don't know. Check her now. Somebody wants to do symposium. You say, hey, they want to destabilize Nigeria. Somebody carry placard on the street. You say, that placard look like gun. Oh, send 20 policemen to the. You not get work at all. I'm beginning to wonder, do you people have work? Because if you have work, why would you be? You should go to Sambisa Forest now. They should send Afunaya to Sambisa Forest. Let him go and see the destabilization of Nigeria. Not how many people. Less than 100 people. You are afraid of them, and you want us to be confident that you protect us. No wonder you can't even protect our borders. Niger Republic, all these people are infiltrating. You can't do anything. You release the people who are destabilized. You release Boko Haram people, reabsorb them into the Nigerian army. Then you go and kidnap the people who are speaking for the masses. Then you tell the masses not to talk. They should go about their daily business. Go about and just suffering and smiling. Now, Shore's trial continues on 5th and 6th of December. What they want to do is to take him before the court. They did not obey. They want to bring, that is, we are beginning to suspect that they might not even bring Shore out on Thursday, because the fear has gripped them so much. They don't know what to do. So they were scrambling. They were struggling. Today don't pass now. I'm not sure the judge has obeyed. If the same Ijoma, unless it is not her court. Because what they normally do, they go and find another judge. Let me see another high court judge that will agree to their request to transfer Shore to prison. Let me see what judge will agree. So they've tried that. It doesn't seem to be working for them. They don't want to bring him to court on Thursday. They'll find an excuse. But we are watching. The whole world is watching. Everywhere around the world. We here in Canada, we're watching you. We're watching you. All of us are watching you. Because it is Shore's court appearance tomorrow and next tomorrow, all of a sudden, they are uncovering plot again. They are anytime we want to demonstrate, anytime we want to air our views, our opinions, anytime we want to exercise our fundamental human right, they will uncover plot to destabilize Nigeria. So that is the real reason why they are writing what they are writing. The destabilizers are Nigerians who are seeking positive change in a way they are being governed. Are they the ones who are the destabilizers? Can you imagine? It is with this we come to the end of another episode of DSS Productions. These jokers are nothing but pencils in the hand of a tyrant. Nigeria will win, and this was by Adeyeye Olorunfemi, and we've had him on our program. He's a very strong activist. He was rusticated from school for speaking against the authorities at University of Lagos. But these are the kind of people that you watch out for, because I know that in the future they will make waves, and God will use people like him to save Nigeria. But just to let you know that the protests will happen anyways, whether they like it or not. There's nothing that anybody can do about it. The protests will happen. The civil liberties organizations, they've come out with a statement, plenty of them. In fact, let me quickly read for you those people who signed in the letter, in the statement that they brought out, countering what DSS brought out today. The statement was signed by Gerald Kachi, who's National Publicity Secretary, Committee for the Defense of Human Rights, CDHR, and Nefa George Will, Coordinator, Rivers State Civil Society Coalition, Lai Brown, National Secretary, Socialist Workers and Youth League, Michael Adenola, National Coordinator, Alliance of Nigerian Students Against Neoliberal Attacks, ANSA, Kunle Wiseman Ajayi, General Secretary, United Action for Democracy, and Comrade Rex, Take It Back movements, Free Shore committees. So when let me just say something here. Let me just say something for everybody's knowledge. DSS has infiltrated our WhatsApp groups, but we're not pulling the WhatsApp groups down. We are holding our meetings. We are talking there. When they release, let me just make them know ahead of time that by their releases, we know which groups they have infiltrated, because we know where we talk about certain things. So when you hear DSS talk a certain way, they talk about students, authorities should hold students, parents should hold students, workers should hold their people. It is because of the WhatsApp groups where they belong and the things that they are taking from those WhatsApp groups. So continue. Shebi sense, jam sense. We're not going to do on our own. We'll do our own. This is intelligence. I've been intelligence with a try, okay. But we know where you're getting your information. We'll continue to feed you. And we want to, on behalf of all of us, we want to thank you for helping to publicize our protest, because you're doing exactly what we wanted you to do. You just continue to expose your ignorance and your foolishness and your stupidity. That's just what you expose. It's unfortunate, that we thought you guys were really a highly intelligent outfit, but with what you're doing, I don't know what to say. But we're not going to pull down any group. We'll continue to meet in those places, because we know that that is a way of sending messages to you. And when you release the messages that you release, we know exactly where, because when you use particular keywords, we know where we dropped that keyword and we know where you picked it. So intelligence is working against intelligence, but it's very interesting. All right, so I'll just read this quickly. This release by the Civil Liberties Group, and then we will round up this broadcast. There is a popular adage. This is a barbaric. Buhari and DSS, barbaric disobedience of court orders has destabilized Nigeria already. This is a reply by civil society organizations against DSS Afunaya's statement. And it goes, there's a popular adage, before you kill a dog, you give it a bad name. We will resist criminalization of our right to protest. Please, text of us. This is press text of civil societies for a democratic Nigeria. Our attention has been drawn to another in the series of draconian threats of the secret police against mobilization by unarmed Nigerians for a nationwide protest to demand the release of Omoyele Sowore, Olawale Mandate, Bakri, Agbajalingo, and all political prisoners, as well as for pro-poor people policies that will make life better for the masses. We are not surprised by such statements, which bring back dark memories of the days of military dictatorship by the Department of State Services (DSS), which has shown the most despicable of contempt of court orders, despite being supposedly a creation of the law. Tyrannical rule is based on manipulation as well as repression. This is the only reason why DSS, which has consistently disobeyed several subsisting court orders for the release of illegitimately detained persons, including Sowore and Bakri, can still have the effrontery of talking about law and order or peace and stability. We, the undersigned, want to tell the world that the threat of the DSS is meant to save the face of Mr. Yusuf Bichi, Director General of the DSS, Mr. Abubakar Malami, Attorney General of the Federation, and President Muhammadu Buhari, despite their deploying all the coercive financial and propaganda resources of states. The Revolution Now movement has remained steadfast, and they have shown the regime for what it is, an authoritarian monstrosity in liberal democratic garb. Chai, that English just shake me small. We have been able to do this because we stand on truth The true character of the regime is now crystal clear for the whole world to see. The truth is out and everybody can see that the political prisoners are only being victimized for their indomitable defense of human and civil rights of the Nigerian masses. We like to remind Mr. Peter Funaya, spokesperson of the DSS, and all other agents of the Federal Republic of Nigeria that our movement cannot be cowed. They cannot be cowed. We remain unshaken and unbowed in our struggle against the anti-democratic forces, against all anti-democratic forces. This is why Omoyele Sowore rejected the pleas of President Muhammadu Buhari to jump ship and abandon the popular 5 core demands that center on good governance and improvement of the people's welfare. Finally, we ask all our members and supporters to keep on mobilizing and organizing. We may not have the money, we may not be greedy, and we may not have the power of our oppressors, but we have solidarity, resilience, and the political convictions to keep standing for a better world. Nothing can stop an idea whose time has come. Tell the powerful dictators that the powerless lions are united and it is time to take the den of democracy back. Tell the powerful dictators that the powerless lions are united and it is time to take the den of democracy back. We are condemned to win. Gerald Kachi, Enefa, George Will, Lai Brown, Michael Adenola, Kunle Wiseman Ajayi, Comrade Rex. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what is on ground. It really touches my heart, and sometimes I feel like getting emotional when I see these our comrades who go out there to face raw violence. They already know that the DSS is coming after them. They already know that the police is going to marshal out their forces of state against them, and yet, just for the love of the country, just for the sake of poor people, just for the sake of the masses, these guys are going to come out to demonstrate their fundamental human rights. I really feel in my spirit, I feel so bad in my spirit that Nigeria has come to this level where they want to shut everybody up. So I'm going to ask you to say a prayer or two for them, have them in your heart. Let's keep our minds tuned for them. If you're able to come around the court area, please do that. But support them in whatever they're doing. They have planned protests all over the place. If you can post a picture, if you can share a video about the protest, we are going to be live transmitting live broadcasts from several parts of the country and the world wherever these protests are going on. But let's continue to resist any attempt by anybody to silence us, to deny us of our fundamental human rights. Come on, we fought so hard for this democracy. People just can't come and just steal it and just turn it into something that is their own. No, we won't allow that to happen. So please, I want to thank all of you, like always, for being with us, for listening to us, for always supporting us. We'll continue to do whatever we can to bring you the latest and to keep you guys updated as to what is going on around Nigeria and around the country. Sowore, I don't know the state of Sowore as I speak with you. I tried to get information, but I could not get any information. I don't even know what's happening with his phone. All of a sudden, I started seeing him leaving a lot of the groups. I don't know if I should even reveal this, but I'm very worried. They have been making every effort to transfer him to jail, and we know they don't have any other motive than to kill him. They want to take him to prison, and they're inside the prison make arrangements to just kill him. I'm not missing words. I'm not quoting it with sugar or trying to be polite about it. They just want to kill Omoyele Sowore, and we are genuinely worried. That is the state of Omoyele Sowore right now. If If you know how you can lend your own voice, please do so. Let me say that again. If you know how you can lend your voice, please do so. The state of Omoyele Sore is that they want to transfer him to a prison. They want to transfer him to a prison, and they want to kill him, and that's very, very scary, and we're not happy about it. But that's just where we stand. I'd like to, on behalf of all of us in the Worship Media Studios of Toronto, Canada, thank you guys once more for staying with us. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And don't forget to like us on Facebook, on Instagram, everywhere that we are. It will keep us, very current online, and the algorithms will pick our productions because of how many people are supporting us and how many people are talking about us. You can tweet about it too. Thank you so much, everybody, from all of us in Toronto, Canada. This is Dr. Chidi. All right, I love you. Time to say bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.